The Genius Report analyzes 3 components which influence the way a person reaches decisions. The first chart is about the way your mind works. The logical part of our mind aims at discerning patterns and rules and decides on the basis of facts. This aspect strives to reach a predictable result through its decisions in order to be safe in the future. The abstract part reflects on experiences from the past. It also loves to make new experiences and will reflect on them too at a later stage. In general, decisions are made after some consideration, as they are based on a more complex process that is closely linked to emotions and less influenced by objective facts. The individual part of our mind acts impulsively out of its own knowledge base. It produces individual insights which may arise quite spontaneously, and it always aims at forming the present. We all unite these 3 aspects within ourselves, however, with different weightings. The second component that influences our decisions consists of 3 factors: practical, empathic, and mental. Here you can see whether someone is a practical person who decides what is feasible on the basis of intuition, or whether a person considers the effects a decision will have on their own sentiments or the emotions of others. The third factor mentally checks whether or not a decision matches existing findings and would stand up to a scientific, theoretical examination. If we wanted to put stereotype faces to these 3 aspects, they would probably look something like this. The third part of the analysis on page 5 describes a person's level of decisiveness. There are people who do not want to put off decisions forever and therefore decide spontaneously. When circumstances change, they can easily revise those decisions. Some people like to discuss a situation with others before making up their mind. The third group prefers to make decisions only after due consideration. These are long-lasting decisions which cannot be overthrown easily. All 3 versions have their pros and cons, depending on the situation. And of course, a person's decision-making pattern is not always the same. The chart merely shows the tendency of decisiveness in a person. Seen as a whole, page 5 will give you a fairly good picture of what it takes for you to reach a decision. The person in our example here will decide as soon as the facts are clear, spontaneously and intuitively.